I woke up today and the first thing I thought was, what is the name of the bee from Honey Nut Cheerios? I think it's Busby. Yes, he's Busby the bee.
And speaking of bees and Cheerios, welcome to the Real Steven Review Show. We have a very, very short episode, very, very holiday Thanksgiving episode. Jiu Jitsu and Thanksgiving, you know, you eat the turkey, you get the cranberry sauce, you put your grandma in a headlock. It's a classic yearly tradition.
What kind of Thanksgivings do you have?
The very exciting kind, you know. Rest in peace, Grandma. Last year didn't really go too well.
Oh, God.
My grandma's really dead, though. Rest in peace.
I guess I'll go first then.
Go for it.
If you took the brain dead masculinity of Expendables, the juvenile writing energy of Power Rangers, I'm talking the remake, the acting prowess of Neil Breen, and the visual effects talent of a high school sophomore, you threw it all into a tumbler with some ice, shook it up, poured it in a nice little highball. This movie is what that tastes like. It's smartly marketed as a Nic Cage and Tony Jaa film, even though that is a lie. He's Nic Cage. A bad Nic Cage performance is still an absolute delight to watch. And sort of like that, Tony Jaa is just so like talented as a martial artist and at performing these stunts that he can like single-handedly carry a scene out of a dumpster fire into just a regular dumpster. The remainder of the cast, good luck to remember any of their names, ranges from surprisingly boring to excruciatingly bad. The dialogue's awful. The portrayal of just Myanmar, where this is obviously not filmed, of the military, it's completely clueless. The story is thoughtlessly simple, but also fails to deliver key information about what is actually happening. Literally, this is the type of thing that I wrote stuff like this when I was 15. Ooh, and like a chick she has nunchucks, but also she has a crossbow on her forearm that she pulls back with just her fingertips. Also, the crossbow bolts explode. Like I don't know their works. I can't blame them specifically for this, except for like Frank Grillo, who's good. And even the fight scenes, which are fairly good, are not nearly good enough to carry such a directionless film. 2 out of 5. Please just watch The Raid.
As a kid, I would love to play pretend, acting like superheroes, ninjas, or glistening wrestlers. Even if it's just 2 kids grappling in their backyard, covered in canola oil. This is the inner vision of a child's mind. And in the words of...
Wait, was that a thing for you?
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Listen, bro, you know, you watch wrestling, like they're just oiled up. You don't know what it is.
You just drizzle yourself
they're
an
just
extra
very
virgin
shiny.
and then go lose your virginity? Is that
no, it's wrestling. In the words of the great MJ, not Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, the least of the worst MJs. Fuck them kids. This is a bunch of dorks flailing around on screen with no acting abilities, a production with no standards, using the cheapest video assets, a story with as much complexity as a nugget of shit. The only kernel of corn, or the saving grace, would be Nic Cage, but like Special K strawberry cereal, the cornflake ratio leaves much to be desired. The fight scenes were okay. They're to be expected. This is an action film, but the camera work had like a world star hip hop, like following, tracking the thing where it was still smooth, but it was real shaky. It was never really clean enough to appreciate it. And the horrendous tracking of the visual effects, the blood, it completely ruined anything of enjoyment that could have been had for those fight scenes. Watching Nic Cage do a backflip or a stunt double do a backflip, pretty cool, but not worth the hour and 40 minutes. Fuck this movie. 1 out of 5.
Within the first 5 minutes, I was already really sad. There's nothing. It's not funny. There's like, I don't care about anything that's happening. Like the cinematography and shots you get, it feels like they're cramming 5 different movies. Like one moment, everything looks good. The next moment, everything looks super shitty with really bad lighting. It doesn't know what it wants to be. And I mean, I guess I know it. And I guess I know it wants to be a fucking Predator ripoff, like a shitty Predator ripoff. This was probably 40 or 50 minutes too long of a movie for me to watch. This should have been a 10 to 15 minute YouTube skit. And if you want something that's like funny, knows how to nail any of this, just go watch Kung Fury like a second time. Like, I guess if you get drunk with some friends, this might be enjoyable, but I had to watch this alone. And you know what? Watching something like this alone is not fun. It's just me. And I'm not going to be sitting there like, haha, I'm not going to do that. Again, the best parts are Nicolas Cage just saying the weirdest fucking shit. There's a line he says that I loved. So yeah, I've been making hats out of newspapers. It's quite a beautiful craft, really. I was like, That's the best line in the movie. I swear to fucking God, that's the best line in the movie. I was like, what? Watch until the last moment of the cage, and then you could turn it off because you really don't need to waste that much time unless you're such a Nic Cage fanatic that you need to have absorbed every moment of his essence. Which just fair enough. Go for it.
What's one thing you're going to be watching during Thanksgiving? Go, recommend
Dread.
something. Dread. Wow. Oh, very
Dread,
Thanksgiving-y. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know any Thanksgiving movies, but I do want to get into Wong Kar-wai's like whole filmography. So I was thinking of starting from his first movie since I have a Criterion.
Whoa, dude.
Subscription.
I'm very simple. I'm a basic host, so I'm gonna watch Goodfellas.
Some things are basic because they're good.
Like the show.
There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing more basic than cheese pizza. Bread,
Thank you, Izzy. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, myself. Thank you, Nic Cage. Thank you to Not This Movie.
Thank you,
and we'll see you guys real soon. Happy Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Don't wrestle your grandma or she might die.
You haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, bro?
Oh, it's a 3-hour movie. It is
It's so it flies
exhausting.
by. You get Margot Robbie
Flies
feet.
by, like, damn, like, I might as well go on a 10-mile walk.
Bruno.
Hey, it's a Quentin Tarantino movie. You expect shots of feet.